Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to properly connect a three-phase brushless motor to Solo using Hall sensors. By following this guide, you'll be able to control torque, speed, and position accurately. We'll break this down into two key phases: wiring the Hall sensor to Solo, and then connecting the motor wires. Let's get started. To set up the Hall sensor with Solo, first, connect the Hall sensor wires properly and verify the connection in motion terminal before proceeding to motor wiring. Identify the Hall sensor supply wires, plus 5 volts and ground, and the other 3 wires, and let's verify them. Power on Solo without the motor. Check that E2 blinks and connect to motion terminal. Ensure the current limit is set correctly. 10 amps for my motor. Verify the number of poles of the motor. 8 in my case. Set feedback control mode to using Hall sensors. To check if the Hall sensor wiring is correct, go to the Performance Monitoring panel in Motion Terminal. Deactivate unnecessary parameters: position, current, speed. Activate Angle Monitoring mode and observe the graph. Manually rotate the motor shaft to one side and check the plot. The correct output should show a sawtooth waveform ramping up and dropping down. Turn the motor to other side by hand. The graph should be opposite. If this behavior is observed, then the Hall sensor wires are correctly connected. If this behavior is not observed, check the Hall sensor wirings. Let's proceed with the motor wiring. The motor has 3 wires and Solo has 3 terminals, allowing 6 possible wiring combinations. Since we have no prior knowledge of this motor, we will test different combinations. Turn off the Solo before connecting the motor wires. First, start with an arbitrary combination: red to A, black to B, and yellow to C. We will test if this combination allows proper motor operation. Turn on Solo. Ensure closed loop settings are correctly configured on the controller. This step is essential, as all calibration and testing will be done in closed loop mode. Connect to the motion terminal. Next, we ensure the motor type is correctly set. We select normal brushless motor. We will proceed with Hall sensor calibration. Hall sensor calibration is performed in full torque mode, limited by the current limit set in the motion terminal. Therefore, it is important to set the current limit high enough to allow the motor to spin freely. We recommend setting the current limit to at least 30% of the motor's maximum current during calibration. After calibration, I see 2 identical offsets. Once calibration is done, the system enters digital torque mode. Make sure the current controller gains, Ki and Kp, are properly tuned before applying current. Put the torque reference as 1 amp, which is 10% of the current limit, and check if the motor moves. With 1 amp of torque reference, the motor does not move. We increase the torque and change the direction, but the motor still does not move. We stop the motor and try another wiring setup. Make sure to turn off the Solo before changing the motor wire connections. We swap only A and C to test a new configuration, while keeping B the same. Turn on Solo. Connect to the motion terminal. Run the Hall sensor calibration. And verify the new offsets. Now, let's test the motor in torque mode. We apply 2 amps current, 20% of the current limit. Let's observe the performance monitor. The motor speed rises to its nominal speed of 5,000 RPM. Stop the motor and change the direction. This confirms that torque mode is functioning correctly. Stop the motor and change the control type to speed mode. Set the speed reference to 1,000 RPM, which is nearly 30% of the motor's nominal speed. We observe the performance monitor, and it follows the speed properly. Now, stop the motor and change the direction. Let's have a look at performance monitor. By using motors with Hall sensors of same type, the same calibration values and wiring setup can be used for identical motors of the same model. Even if I change to another motor of the same type, these settings remain valid. This combination works, and the calibration is complete. If you haven't found the correct one, continue testing the remaining combinations. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, and we'll keep you updated with new content